First of all, I don't give so much importance to Gujarat elections as a state election. It is true, people have a lot of sentimental attachment to this election and significance. One thing should understand, this is an election after demonetization, GST, and a lot of actions and reforms by the government. And Gujarat, in my knowledge, is such a community. The small traders, marginal traders, they are in a very, very large number. Basically, everybody wants to do business, entrepreneurship. So actually, that community has suffered. We call it the short-term pain for the long-term gain. But an average voter in this country, they think short-term. So this is a very expected thing. If BJP or the ruling party has lost some votes there, it is quite natural. I was thinking about it. It's a natural course. Because you cannot educate every voter, these things are very good for the future. Our economy should grow faster. We should bring down the poverty. We should bring down the corruption and, that ugly character of our country. So all those things are there. So you cannot educate them and make them vote for that. This election and the outcome shows that, Narendra Modi has taken such a huge political gamble. He was playing with the people's sentiment. Because, when doing this demonetization and kind of things, no normal politician will take that kind of a decision because it is very risky from the voters' point of view. Still, it is done and it is going successful. Even though I think they are coming out successfully, perhaps they may likely to form the government. I'm not an expert on politics that way. I think this is. I'm very positive. This kind of small hitches or some votes going to the other parties may not make any difference to the changing India. That's the only thing I am worried about. We should not change the course of our development at the center stage and economic progress for the future and, digitization or, converting into a white economy or into the organized sectors. So these things are very important for us.
Future supply chains.
Okay, and that is on track. So investors need not worry about these things.
Porinju, I'm completely with you when you say that we should not really, based on Gujarat election outcome, make a negative view on some of the important reforms which the government has initiated, whether it's demonetization or GST. But, Porinju, everyone in the markets, they don't think like you and me. My only reservation with this kind of a verdict is that, Porinju, in the last 2-3 years, we've not really discussed what could be called as in political uncertainty. And now in the run-up to the Gujarat election, everyone thought that it is going to be a smooth, course or a cruise, it's going to be easy victory for Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2019. Maybe some concerns will start surfacing up there. So the markets now could be marred with political uncertainty as 2019 general election deadline approaches.
Nigunj, I will tell you one more thing. Suppose BJP lost elections in Gujarat for some margin. I am still bullish on the markets. See, the 2019 general election, because of that. The basic economic reason for that, people suffered in the last few quarters, companies suffered, the traders suffered, and the corrupt people and, those kind of Congress, all they suffered very badly. It's another thing. Okay. Now, this is the macro head, I was talking about the macro tailwinds coming down because looking at the economy, we had a golden era of interest rates coming down and, our trade deficit coming down, and thanks to the crude oil price coming down in a big way in the last few years, all these things are now stopped. Now the micros are started playing. Micros about the corporate earnings growth, the growth visibility going forward, the GDP growth in the coming quarters. These all are going to be very positive. So these people who suffered in the last few quarters, they will themselves realize this suffering was good for the future because of the good experience of the coming quarters. So ultimately, before 2019 general elections, I will get the vote. I don't want to say BJP or Congress. The development will get the vote, and that is what is important for the stock markets.
Near term though, do you think it is going to be an exaggerated reaction by the market, or do you think after today's knee-jerk, it's all well in the price and all settled, the verdict of the Gujarat state election?
Aisha, market reactions, especially short-term reaction has no value, no meaning. As I told you last time, we have 10% bulls, 20% bears and 70% monkeys in the market. So from that perspective, this happens every time. Before Brexit, before Trump winning, during the Greece potential default, and whenever the North Korea play with their nuclear game, nuclear toys. So this, I think, market is always like that.
Okay. Since you do believe that irrespective of, this volatility in the market right now, if there is an impending correction which does come by, that should be viewed by the markets and investors as a good buying opportunity. So where are the pockets that one should hunt now? Because I guess, once this frenzy of the election verdict settles down, it's going to get back to macros, it's going to get back to earnings and the financial health of companies. So where should one hunt?
Aisha, I will continue to keep the stand. The individual investors who invest directly in the market, they should look at the mid cap and small cap companies which are on a turnaround path, specifically at this season because of the demonetization and the GST kind of major reforms and actions by the government. Many of these companies which were not professionally managed earlier, they are being converted into professionalism. And that is where the minority shareholders are going to gain significantly. So I will continue, more than talking about a particular industry, I will continue to talk about this particular theme for next 2 years. And one more thing, today I was sitting on some cash, not because of the elections. We had some cash flow last week in portfolio management. It was down at 250 points. I was not getting shares. It was only just showing the price. Investors, anybody who tried to buy today at the opening, when the Nifty was 250 points down, they will tell you the same thing. The shares were not available. It was just showing the price, the panic of some trading community. Otherwise, especially the good companies where there is no F&O positions and all, you were not getting shares. The quality mid-caps were not available. I tried some 5-6 counters. Of course, we got some. I wanted to buy some 20-30 crores worth shares. We could hardly got some 4-5 crores worth shares. So this is the experience of anybody who are sober, who are not monkeys, and who tried to buy shares today morning.